This video is sponsored by True Gold Republic, the precious metals experts. Talk to one of their experts today about diversifying your portfolio to help assure your future financial security. Find their contact information in the description below and pinned in our first comment. All right. It's James Kaufman, World News Report today. Today is May 6, 2024. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Ladies and gentlemen, please comment, chat, and give us a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm out. Obviously, we're in a fight for our lives against certain powers that be, and well, all help is greatly appreciated. I think everyone knows we had an X 4.52 solar flare today. I believe we had an X6 plus solar flare about 2 weeks ago, so not the largest flare that we've seen that was earth facing, quote unquote, but ladies and gentlemen, we've had solar storms come to be or hit us that were not predicted for numerous days. And now all of a sudden, when they did predict a solar storm for the 4th and 5th and then for the 6th into the 7th, we've seen nothing. Now we have seen activity out of the sun. Do we know if the KP indexes are actually giving us the correct information? No, we don't. Do we know if Discover satellite or ACE satellite is giving us real wind speeds, real plasma, real temperature? No, we don't. All of our tax money is being spent by NOAA and NASA. NASA alone, I think 84 billion with a B dollars, and that doesn't even include NOAA. And most of the information we use is from NOAA, right? NASA provides very little information. So we had a big X flare that occurred from Sunspot region 3663. Those numbers never worked out for me. 369, right? Add the last two numbers. So again, we've had several. Let's see. We're going to actually have to take a look and see what they're saying here. But, they mentioned the X6 here flare on February 22nd, 2024. Like I said, very hard for me to see with one eye. What they're saying here is on May 5th, we had those two X flares, the X3 and X1. So they're going through all the X flares here, and this being a 4.25, I'm pretty sure. Hey, Hubinson, if I said it wrong, my apologies. Hey, Holly Evans. Smart, aren't you, Holly? If James doesn't eat all day and has a cocktail, he's in trouble. Whoa. Yeah, also, hey, Dr. Joey. All right. Hey, can we give Isaiah a big shout out? Dr. Joey, you want to let, as long as he doesn't cuss or anything, you want to let him come on and say happy birthday, or have me wish him a happy birthday? Tell his friends to tune in, and maybe a couple thousand people will see it, usually by tomorrow. It'd be awesome. I've been following you, son, I guess since you were about 13. So you're always invited. Your father's a good friend of my family's. Been very good to us. All right, so let's get this party started. This was remember, May 2nd. There was no forecast. I cover everything. No forecast whatsoever, ever from NOAA, NASA, even the EESA. Then we had been waiting for for the impact on the 4th and 5th. Here's the estimated planetary index, the one we just paid tens of thousands of dollars to upgrade, right? I got terrible allergies or am sick or whatever. I took a antihistamine and some decongestant. All right. So nothing happened on the 4th or 5th. They had forecasted this 9 days in advance, and then they got lucky by having a solar flare 3 days ago. It should have impacted Earth. I guess it totally missed us, right? Nothing through the 5th. Into the 6th, we see the College Index pick up this G1, geomagnetic storm, just out of the blue, right? Out of the total blue. And then later that day, we see everyone pick up a 3-hour impact of something. But 3 hours does not make a coronal mass ejection impact. Now, I do know the estimated planetary showed a disturbance first and then an impact. And we will see those wind speeds and, well, plasma density very shortly. Again, we're in Nattaville. The forecasts are for, with all the X flares, and, Ben's been watching the channel. Ben, the one I turned out for working for the DOD, or at least getting a check from him. Truth is, when you show it, anyway, he actually mentioned, he's been following us. Hey, Ben, I know you follow. You're not willing to do the work, and James is. I get it. He said that, hey, these Lasco C2, C3, they have not been feeding. And then he actually went into, he can't believe either that they don't have employees on the weekends and shift work where everything's overlapping. With as many government employees as we have, someone should be there 24/7, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days of the year, period. It is that important. All right, move on. All right, we will do a call in. Look at this wild M flare here. They're calling it 2 M flares. Started the day off with a small M flare. I believe it says 1.6. Then we had our big, I believe it's a 4. Well, let's look. A 4.52. Excuse me. I was going to say 2.5. And then we had another M flare following that up. I believe it was 1.5 instead of 1.6. We really had no activity. I believe that's just a C9, which is still a powerful flare. And then all of a sudden we went into about 2 hours, which y'all will see on D-Region Absorption Prediction Center. About 2 hours of, G4. We're going to have to see what they say. That'll be the next sheet. G4.2, somewhere in there. And then we bumped into the 7th UTC time at 7 Central here in the U.S. We've also had an additional M flare here that has just subsided another hour. So soon we'll be in a proton storm at this rate. This looks like it was a M2.6, but we'll verify all that right now, hopefully. I can't see well enough to see how to get rid of this crap on the bottom. Can't blow it up and let y'all see everything, unfortunately, because there's been so many flares recorded today. Everything's out of 3663 that at least is mentioned. The X4.4, that was the M1.3 preceding it. Y'all saw that. 5 UTC time. 5:38 to 6:47, more than an hour in X flare territory. Scary. Then we had an M 1.5, again about 10 UTC time, followed by all the way down lots of C flares. We would used to report those, but not at this time. We're into the very end of the day. We have a M1.2 and an M4.2, and this does not reflect the very last flare And I'll show you which one. It's going to be this one. We're going to all have to guess M2.6. This is as close as I can get it, guys. We'll leave that up. But the X4.52 was directly Earth-facing. Of course, Sunspot AR3664. No, AR3663. Excuse me. I just noticed that some of these are 6.4s, and they're all Alpha, Beta, Delta, Gamma now. I did not know that 6.4, at least at the beginning of the day. I've seen nothing thus far below that, but we will have, hopefully, some up-to-date Soho, etc. A 90% chance, I mean, I've taken a picture of this. A C8.83 right now. I mean, we're so close to an M-flare baseline. I'm thinking small X20, X30 class event. I'm not thinking micronova, but I'm thinking that we're going to have a decent-sized event that's going to hit Earth within about 15 hours within the next 12 months, and it's going to be a real shit show. All right, so X-class probability, 50%. Unbelievable. Just going to get rid of all that. Let's go ahead and watch, and let's see if they've updated it. This has been off for 3 days, I guess 4 or 5 days now. So has Soho at 284 angstroms. That's for everybody. Some weird stuff. Usually we'll stop, but we have so much to go through tonight. We're not going to stop. We'll never know what it was anyway, right? So we see no plasma, no rocks coming in from any direction, no comets coming in from any direction. A few comets in the look at that, that was weird. And I'm moving fairly fast. They are giving us data. We have not seen data in about 3 or 4 days. That alone is a Christmas miracle, period. Now, we do see some plasma coming out that just hit the camera. So that is going to be plasma inbound. And today's the 6th, so we'll look for that early on the 8th. I'm sure they will not have covered that yet. See if they get it right. Or if this is even Memorex, right? Lots of things all over. Let's go C3 here. All of the information is there. It's unbelievable after 3 or 4 days of being completely, what do we have here? That looks too big to be a planet. I'm serious. That must be a big one. We're going to have to see where the lineup is. Look how big that planet is. Never seen a planet that big. The hell? I'm going to have to... Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to start me over? Don't worry, I'll speed it up. What the hell is that? That's no... Look at the plasma coming out the top. Also out to the... What in the heck is this? So speed it down. I can't believe we cannot see what it is. There's no way for me to pan any further over. I do have Cactus 1 pulled up. I don't know if it'll be... Let's try to get us all the way to the end. That is the end. 2230, which was 5:30 this evening Central Time. They cut the feed. What is that? I've never seen anything that large. Have you? Never. Put me down as never. All right, so I hit it up here because this is going to obviously screw us. We have to lose this. Whoa. Let me slow down the speed here, guys. Boy, do I like Cactus 1. I like it slow, though. All right. Let's take a look. Now I keep my thing here. That sounds terrible, but I keep my mouse here so you can see the time. It's still the 4th. I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead. Well, unless y'all want to make sure you get the X flare, we'll make sure. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see if there was a halo eruption or what happened. I guess the X flare happened at 5:50 or something, right around 5 square. Some editing, a laser. I see something is pulsing. I guess that's our sun. Can't see anything on LASCO C2. It used to be such great information. There are some rocks moving through, but I just don't see any that look like they're going to hit. There's one right there. Oh, that was weird. 2 shots. Now they are bringing us into the 6 here. Let's go back real quick and take a look at the X flare. Should have happened right about a year. They're going to say no coronal mass ejection. Up there it went. That's going to be it. Obviously, huge hit. It looks like a loss of time. Oh yeah, look at that. There's an hour and 12 minutes. There's 47 minutes. I'll show you one picture. Look at that. There's an hour and 12 minutes missing. Look at the plasma. It's totally a halo eruption. Unbelievable in strength, directly headed at Earth. And then they go from, look, 9:12, another 48 minutes of missing data. They've scrubbed all this by now, right? They've got 12 minutes to do it. Then another hour. This runs every 12 minutes. Then another 48 minutes. Plasma's still coming. And look, it's every hour. Every hour. Is all they're giving you is one picture. You can see the additional plasma coming out. This is an enormous eruption. It might have been a much stronger eruption than they've told us. This is 1800 today, which is 11 a.m. I'd like to shoot straight with you guys. Central. Like I said, there's lots of rocks, but none really going into my business. All right, that was a good picture from SDO on the X4.52. Wanted y'all to see that. We're going to have to blow some things up now after that fun show. All right, HMI intensogram. It all of a sudden turned alpha, beta, delta, gamma as soon as this one got near the limb. And I would say it was in a much better latitude to give us heck. We have 3663 headed towards the limb. This was taken, I don't get a time on this one, but we will have some more timely photos in just 1 second. 3664 became as complex as possible, and I mean, they might even morph together. I'm going to have to take this one away. So we also have a lot of sunspots coming around the limb, as I've shown y'all. This is another picture, real quick, of 3663. Just a huge situation. They've got 61 nowhere near it. It's just another source. 64 looks much worse now than it did at 7:06 this morning. All right. I wanted to show you guys that KP index NOAA breakdown from May 7th, 8th, and 9th, 2024. They never go past a 2.67. They don't even go to a KP3. They're expecting 0 winds and 0 plasma. That, with all this in yellow you see here, strong M flares and X flares, and not just 1 or 2, every day several. Look at their forecast. What is going on? I mean, Is it me? All right, so we can see that. Wow, we must have just had a big flare. Update this. I guess that was just an M flare. Wow, if that's an M flare, we're in trouble. And that's what it was. 3663. Watch. They both pop at the same time. Everyone's working together on this one, guys. I can't believe we have. Look, did y'all see that thing? What is it? I've never seen anything that big, and there are no planets over there. So lots of plasma coming out. The 3 o'clock position, 12 o'clock position, probably throughout it. A lot of time missing. Regularly, it's one every 12 minutes. Right now, it's one every hour. And then there's something really strange, and I'll almost stay up for it, coming into the picture. And we'll look again together. I mean, if Mercury's that big, I'm the Pope. Regularly, it's a little bitty dot. And I think it's going the other way. Nothing makes sense on that. Nothing that, well, I'll figure right now. All right, so this is Noah. Today's the 6th. They actually thought we were going to have a little, well, not really. They started us out at 10 and went down to about 2 plasma-wise. I haven't even looked at Discover Ace, so you guys are going to do it with me. Here we go. The 6th. At about 375, going up to right at 500 kilometers per second. So they're thinking a coronal hole had been Earth-facing, and that would explain the plasma going down and the solar winds going up here on the 6th. And the rest, by the way, the rest of the week, plasma-wise, below 5. And this is supposed to stay up at 500 for 2 or 3 days, which will charge our tectonic plates and make the volcanoes go poop. Or poof. All right. Gotta have a little fun with y'all. So you can choose, if Vast Thinker is listening, you're not in our jail. I went through it for 30 minutes. All right. Just go down and create a brand account and come in as VThinker or with 2 S's. That's the first employer. Hawaii is just getting burnt up. Those people have a lot of protection. They get popped. And there's that second M flare. That's probably today. Yep, today. One right at 1 UTC time. How about that? All right. Sorry about my cold. I woke up sick. I've been taking medicine. But I'm all right. I'm thinking good. All right. So, hey, look at the activity. We're going to blow this up a bit. Look at the activity. Now, what am I going to do to get this perfect? I'm going to steal some of the screen. It won't pop up. Turn. So how is everyone doing tonight? Hey, yeah, you can hear. I woke up when even my chest hurt a little bit, which scares me. I have asthma and never. When I was a small child, it gave me problems, but throughout my life, it hasn't. But I woke up with congestion. We have a lot of pollen also falling, so the culprit is still in the air. All right, let's take a look. We looked at this earlier. So much activity out of 3, 6. There it was. That's probably the X flare. Those are all the M flares. And that was the X flare. Try it one more time. Boom. One more time. boom, it just lights everything up. That's STO at 193 angstroms. We're not going to even look at 171. It does it really no good. I will say, do look at what's coming around the limb because they're trying to hide it from you. And then remember, now we're dealing with, wow, the most complex sunspot here, again, 3634, that exists, alpha, beta, delta, gamma. All right. Here we are with the backside composite. We'll go up here. So we got a really big sunspot coming around. I'm afraid it's probably one we've dealt with before. I think it's, well, 3554. I'm just guessing. We also have a gray one under it. So they're seeing different polarities under it. It's almost entirely under it. I can see it from here. You may not be able to. We also have all in green, another sunspot group. This will break up into 10, 12 sunspot groups. And I'm sure they're going to tell you all they took this picture from 34.4 million miles away from Mars, the Mars rover, with its ancient camera they put on it for some reason. I never have figured out why they use ancient cameras. I want y'all to watch this. This is important. Important. STO HMI magnetogram image taken tonight. Yes. Tonight. Yes. Really the 7th at 8:30 p.m. It's 9:30 right now. We have a reverse polarity sunspot staring us right down the gun barrel. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, that is 3664. And in the southern hemisphere, you should always have black over white, just to be a normal, dangerous sunspot. Here, white over black, even though it's alpha, beta, delta, gamma. Reverse polarity, and we have many more. Again, this is brand new. Look at this. They refuse to replace SOHO at 284 angstroms. Here we're on the 30th still. What are they, 8 days? 8 days outdated. These are the actual sunspots we're dealing with right now. And I can go and pull anything, but it's nuts. I don't know why they're doing that. All right, so, an honorable mention. We just got missed by a rock a few hours ago, about an hour and a half ago. I'll do it real quick because we got missed and I didn't get it quick enough because you'll see it was just released. So there was a 50 feet in diameter rock that went right by Earth, 2024 JR1, and I wanted to show y'all May 6th solution date here. Now they give it an earlier time than I saw it posted. 48 observations. They saw it on the 4th. Last observed on the 5th. Why not the 6th? I have no idea. Solution date, latest, is going to be the 6th. Condition code 7. They say it just flew by. Found by AI, automatic software. And it flew by, according to the several pages of data they extrapolated out of 128 or what was it, 48 observations. We head to May 7th here, Earth, and that's going to be 7:03 p.m. Central Time here in the U.S. So you can translate it. They, I guess, reported it right before, but it was not made public until after it passed. So I don't know if it had any companions or not. We're now on to NASA's Iswa Spiral. It has not been updated. Maybe these people are so scared that they're in some kind of hiding bunker somewhere. Because, I mean, it's Monday. Something should have happened here. Does anyone agree? Even suspicious observer, like 4th, 5th, nothing happened. Then a huge one on the, what is it going to be? 10th, 11th, 12th. How could they be forecasting something that's going to happen 6 days in advance? 6 days in advance. We know plasma speed is millions of miles an hour, and it's only got to go 93. They expected some of these flares to be at Earth. The Carrington event, 17, 18 hours. There's stories of both. And, you know, some of them could be here a lot faster. All right, nothing reported. None of the flares have occurred. They should have flares going everywhere. See if the Europeans did any better. They work even less. They do usually get their plasma right. Look, they have almost a micronova. And we'll go into today. Yeah, I almost didn't do any videos today. I was feeling so bad, but I decided I want to find out what is happening out there. All right. So they have us getting hit by over 30 centimeters cubed of plasma today, and winds at 400, peaking. And you know what? You can be like, oh. All right. The real data. Where the shit hits the, well, you know. All right, shills are totally down in pink. Plasma, it looks like there was some very short, strange prints here. It looks like most of the day stayed below 7 or 8. And it's kind of all over the place here, but fairly low towards the end of the day. So no plasma whatsoever. They had solar winds go up to, well, wow, the solar winds for some reason went up to 543, probably a little bit higher than that. And we're headed up with solar winds again with no Earth-facing coronal holes, which are what actually produces solar winds, not CMEs. So let's see, that was a good reading there. A 602. Now that should be a geomagnetic storm. We're getting confirmation with the temperature. Should be falling plasma that's dropping, but these solar winds, where are they coming from? Is it Earth's direction or that other thing we saw coming onto the screen? The hell was that? All right, finally, you can see Earth lining up here. Tomorrow or tonight, expect big earthquakes, some large earthquakes that I will be reporting. We are lined up with Jupiter and Uranus almost directly opposing. We've got Venus, we've got Saturn, Mars, Neptune in the mix. They're all of the major planets are in less than a quarter of the universe, if looked at on a flat plane, which it's not. All right. So, how's everyone doing? Well, tomorrow, we should see, tomorrow the next day, some earthquakes that will be impressive. So, more than impressive. Now, with that said, God bless you guys. Please share, please subscribe. Always remember, anything's possible in Bizarro World. God bless you guys.